Group 8 are going to present our topic Solar Photovoltaic Power Generation in front of you as a part of vocational training program organized by NTPC RLI Sipat. Next slide please. Here are the names of the team members who have contributed for the project. Next slide please. We all know the topic is photovoltaic technology. We all know that increasing pollution and the need for increase in energy demand. This had led to the growth in renewable energy sources, which had brought into light the photovoltaic technology. Now let us see what is photovoltaic technology. Photovoltaic technology is basically solar power generation technique in which light is converted into electricity using photovoltaic effect. Next slide, please. Next slide. So why PV technology is needed in current scenario? In the upcoming decades, the energy demand is set to increase threefold worldwide. Due to the problems of energy poverty and harmful environmental effects, power generation through conventional sources of energy have become a matter of major concern. Solar energy does not have constraints regarding transportation, lack of supply, and delay in clearances, unlike hydropower and natural gas. Moreover, the decline in cost of solar PV cell has further led to the commendable rise of this technology in power sector. Now, I'll request my teammate Harun to talk about solar power generation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will talk about solar photovoltaic power conversion. The photovoltaic conversion is based on the photovoltaic effect, that is, the conversion of light energy from sun into electrical energy. To carry out photovoltaic conversion, devices called solar cells are used. These are basically a diode that generates free electrons and holes through absorption of light, thus generates photocurrent.
Smart metering system. Moving to our presentation, let me take a time to appreciate our members for their hard work and talent. These are the members' names and the slides. Next, we will heartily thank Mr. Alok Kumar Tripathi sir and Mr. Rajkumar Singh sir for their wonderful guidance. Here we have table of contents which shows the presentation's topics. So let's get started with the introduction. The first question is, what is smart meters? The smart meters is an electronic device that records information such as consumptions of electricity energy, voltage levels, current and power factors. As you can see in the right hand side, it's a photo of smart meter. Since the present system of energy metering as well, billing in India uses electromechanical and somewhere digital energy meters and consumes more time and labor work. This consumes less, and the smart meter consumes less time, and it is also cost effective. It provides real-time monitoring of electricity use. Let me start with the topic smart meters, history and overviews. Get ready for a short time travel. In 1993, when static electric meter first appeared, they were 10 to 20 times more expensive than electromechanical meters. The concept of smart meters is usually adopted in Europe. An earlier meter was Samuel Garnet lamp hours meters patented in 1872. After this, in 1977, Theodoro Pereskovsky was the first one who was awarded as US patent for this technology. Let's get started with why we use need of
Mr. Mishra, and I will be talking about the working and the components of functions of smart meters. Next slide. As you can see here, there are two types of meters here, the watt-hour mercury energy meter and the ampere-hour mercury motor energy meter. Now coming to watt-hour mercury motor energy meter. Mainly the watt-hour meter comprises a tiny motor and a counter. The motor will operate by diverting the exact function of the current flowing in the circuit to be measured. The motor's running or turning speed is directly proportional to the amount of current flow through the circuit. Thus, every revolution of the motor's rotor is analogous to the given quantity of current flow in the circuit. A counter is attached to the rotor to add, and the usage of electrical energy is displayed from the total number of rotor revolutions. Now coming to ampere hour mercury motor energy meter. It consists of a copper disc mounted on a spindle. The disc revolves around a pair of permanent magnets and the free spaces is filled with mercury. One of the magnets is used for braking for the rotor disc. The magnetic field of the permanent magnet will exert a force on the right hand side of the disc which carries the current. The direction
of the time, be in time, okay? Continue.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, N. Devki Sai Kiran from Bhalai Institute of Technology, currently in third year, pursuing BTech in Electrical and Electronics Department. I would like to request my group mates to introduce themselves.
Thank you, Kiran. So, myself, Anush Kumar Pandit from Bhalai Institute of Technology, 6M, in Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aditya Deshmukh. I am currently in third year of BTech in Electrical and Electronics Engineering.
एक ऐसा इंट्रोड्यूस करने की जरूरत नहीं है. जो पहले जो बोलते हैं ना वो कंटिन्यू कर दीजिए. पहले जो करते हैं ना, अभी तक तो आप तो सुन ही रहे ना. जो चालू करना कर दीजिए. That person will detail those persons and आप अपना अपना समय में आके बोलते रहिएगा. एक इंट्रोडक्शन की जरूरत नहीं. Concentrate on your project, okay? Otherwise, it will kill your time. Okay, right.
Next slide, please. I am here with my group mates to present a presentation on the topic ESP design, functioning, efficiency, and measurement. Next slide. What is ESP? ESP stands for electrostatic precipitator. It is a type of air cleaner, or we can say filter, which utilizes electric energy for removing the impurities, dust particles from the air. The concept of ESP is introduced in 1907 by Frederick Gardner Cottrell, a professor of chemistry at University of California. On his research, he found that the contaminated air, when passes through the collecting plate and discharge electrode under the influence of electrostatic field, it gets charged up and hence collected on the collecting plates. Next slide, please. The principle of ESP is based on corona discharge effect. Corona discharge is a phenomenon in which the air surrounds the conductor carrying high voltage gets ionized. Can we have the next slide? The various classification of ESP and their types are mentioned here on the basis of structural design and operation, on the basis of methods of charging, on the basis of temperature operation, on the basis of method of particle removal from the collection surface. Now I request Anuj to proceed further.
Thank you. Now, on moving further, as Kiran has discussed about the various classification, so let us consider one of them in detail. So here you can see this diagram. So this is a structure, overall structure of electrostatic precipitator. So this contains the various components included in the functioning of ESP. So let us discuss one by one each of them. So next slide, please. So the first one is the discharge electrode. So this
Next slide.
These are the name of our dedicated group members who are the creators of this presentation and the project. Next slide, please. These are the topics which are included in our presentation, in which first topic is what is VFD, second, the purpose of VFD, third, operation of drive, fourth, components of VFD, fifth, advantages of VFD, sixth, function and features of VFD, and seventh, application, at last, market scenario. Next slide. So we come to our first topic, that is what is VFD. A variable frequency drive, also known as inverter, variable speed drive, and VFD is a type of motor controller that drive an electric motor by varying the frequency and voltage of its power supply. I also want to add this here that VFD also has the capacity to control ramp up and ramp down of motor during start or stop. Next slide. This is the internal figure of variable frequency drive, which has normally three parts, whose names are basically input converter, DC bus, and output inverter. The first stage of VFD is called input converter. Converter consisting of diode bridge. The three-phase voltage is directly supposed to the converter. At the output of converter, 6 current pulses occur, so it is